Hey, this is KSP with Tape, and today I'm doing the second episode in my Populating the Solar System. It's been a while since I've done any videos, or maybe a week, and been a while since I've done one of these. But anyway, I'm going to Minmus, putting a base on Minmus. I've assembled a base pack, so I'm going to land 3 things all in one mission, so that I don't have to do 3 missions, because fuck that. So anyway, you can see I've got my kind of heavy lifter style launch vehicle. Yeah, it's not that heavy lifter, but it's more than enough for this. I've tried to do something a little smaller, this other awesome rocket I designed, but it just lacked the power, which sucked, because I love that rocket. Anyway, I've just ditched the first stage, gravity turning now. This is at 4 times, of course, because this is post-com, and because I think I filmed for like an hour, and if it had been live com, you'd have to sit through the 3 times my computer crashed. That was... I don't know. I like my computer and I like that it runs on Linux, but I mean, I go through a lot of... I put up with a lot of stupid bullshit just to, let's not just rant about my computer, let's talk about the mission. My ship just went out of control there. I'm gaining it back with a bit of the gimbling thrust. I'm not really sure what's happening, but it's going a little mental, and at 4 times it looks even worse. And you can see we've got mental Kerbals, because it's like 4 times, and Bob Kerbin at the helm. He will be the commander of this base for the foreseeable future until I move on to bigger things. I believe Bob and Bill and Jeb, the other guys, yeah, Bill and Jeb are in the space station, the small one, the fueling one. Anyway, I've ditched that. I'm on to my transfer stage and circularization stage, and just circularizing this out. That went pretty well. Looks like it is going fine. I don't need to be pointing that far up. Yeah, I've just corrected that. If I go nearer my Apple apps, it'll be slightly more efficient, although I have tons of fuel. I have sufficient fuel. Anyway, that's looking good. That's a pretty stable orbit. That's not particularly circular, but whatever, it's good enough for my transfer. You can just see the moon in the background there, but no, I'm not going there. I'm going to Minmus. And a lot of people do moon bases, and that's why I'm not doing one, because everyone does moon bases. Well, there's a few reasons. First off, the moon's just been changed, so it makes it even harder to land on, which I can do. I'm not sure if I can do it consistently, but I'm pretty good at the game to some extent. I'm sure all of you will be like, nope. But anyway, so I could have done that, but a lot of people seem to do them, and I find Minmus easier. Anyway, I'm just changing my my inclination to be in line with Minmus, but I set that one a little late, so I'm going to go right round to the descending node and burn north, so I can correct it there. But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, Minmus, you can just kind of do what you like and burn when you like, and just kind of really easily, it's just really easy to set up a base on, so I thought, I might as well. Not because I shy away from challenges, because there will be challenges in this series if I carry it on, hopefully will. Like I've mentioned about making an Eve base in which people will return, so I will be landing full-on super hardcore stage rockets on the surface of Eve and taking them back into orbit. Anyway, setting up my maneuver for the transfer to Minmus. That's looking good-ish. No, it was looking good. Then I was like, nope. Just fine-tuning a little. All at 4 times. Most of this is at 4 times. A little bit goes into 1 times, and I cut some bits out, so it kind of wasn't an hour-long video of Minmus. Because I'm sure you've all seen it, or maybe some people have been there. If you haven't, I implore you, go, it's awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Harv or something flew an SSTO there or something. I've been working on SSTOs, I just edited the Eris 4A a bit, and I've docked that to my small station on a different save, but it's pretty much the same station as on this, so that might be a pretty good way of getting people to my station, one at a time. But because you can reuse the plane when there's costs implemented, I'm sure they'll implement a refueling at the space center thing. So anyway, you'll have just seen a fuel transfer there. I put the biggest tank on my HQ lander. I just put the fuel into the transfer stage because I didn't have faith that it did have fuel, but it does have enough fuel, and I don't need 360 liters of fuel to land on the surface of Minmus because it is super low gravity. I need like a tiny bit, as you will see in a bit. Anyway, I'm just extending my orbit out very fast. I mean, it wasn't much slower in 1 time's time. Accelerate, and then I get it, and it gets all jittery, and then I screw a lot of things up, and what am I doing here? Oh yeah, I'm trying to correct that, and then that jumped a bit. I think Did my computer crash then, or a little later? I don't know, it jumped a little bit, not sure what happened there, but I think I probably screwed something up and then quick saved and thought something happened and cut it out. But anyway, I've got that, but you can see it's jittering around and I'm trying to fix that, but I'm doing it really badly. Oh no, that was the quick save. Yeah, I just quick loaded. Thought I'd cut that out. No, but I didn't bother cutting it out because I was just messing around with some stuff and completely forgot what I was doing, and then and I didn't know what was happening here. It was just jittering around like a madman. But you know, so I did do a quick load. But this isn't permadeath. Yeah, I can be fine. Anyway, now I'm going very slowly in my orbit, 93 meters a second, about 9 times the speed Usain Bolt runs. He probably actually runs faster at full pace, but whatever. And I've just transferred in. I think I just cut out the first of my computer crashes then, or maybe the second. It crashed pretty frequently. This was not great to film. Anyway, I just transferred the fuel back into my landers so that I just burn off the last of that main stage, then use the lander engines to fully circularize and do things. So I am beginning to slow down, ditch that, then use one of these little poodle engines, which is more than enough to bring my orbit in around Minmus so that I can start doing things. And then I'm just burning down a little low and thinking I could just go straight down. Oh wait, I need to break them off and land each lander one by one, and I have 3, so I'm going to go and make myself a nice little orbit. But don't worry, I screwed up a little more. I did this pretty late at night, so it's rife with terrible. Just checking my recorder, because last time I have actually already recorded something for this, but instead of recording it, decided to do some, I don't know, it recorded 9 minutes of buzzing, which was really good, because this is like a 25-minute video, so, but don't worry, I am doing another one, and this will be less, and I cut a little bit more out on this, because I just ended up droning about nothing, so it's probably best that it didn't work. And, I'm just clicking around some stuff, transferring fuel, and I transfer the fuel out of the main lander tank, so that I'll have all the fuel I need there. In the bottom lander that I just used for circularization. Anyway, I've broken off the HQ tank, as you can see, the HQ lander, as you can see, it's bigger and has 3 people, and 3 solar panels, and 3 everything. Not 3 everything, just 3 some stuff. And I'm looking for a place to land. That lake looks pretty good, because if you land on one of those lakes, it's not water, don't worry, that would just evaporate. And it's not ice, because that would evaporate also. But those are at sea level, so it's really easy to land on the normal altimeter. That's another reason I picked Minmus. Anyway, and I noticed about now in game that Minmus does actually rotate quite fast. I thought it was almost tidally locked. I didn't think it was tidally locked, but very close, like Moho used to be. But I was just getting it confused with Moho. It actually spins quite fast, which is good for a base. If you're a human, I'm not sure how Kerbal sleep. Maybe they like, I don't know. Anyway, so I'll just bring my parakeet just pretty low. There should do, so I can clear those mountains, because there's some pretty big mountains. I kind of want to land in the middle of the lake, because I think we're at 1 times time accelerate now. Yeah. Anyway, I want to land in the middle of the lake, because on another save I did once, on a Minmus base, I landed on the edge of a lake, but next to a massive mountain, and I kept just missing this mountain and having a really difficult time landing, because there's some pretty high peaks on Minmus. Anyway, I've just dropped the landing legs, time warping around, falling away from my retrograde marker, no fear. Anyway, you can see the lake I'm about to land on. Getting into position. My solar panel's nicely adjusting. The Kerbonauts looking wonderfully fine. They wouldn't be Kerbonauts, would they? We don't call ourselves Humanaut. Oh no, but it's the Kerbal system. Anyway, I'm just renaming this to Minmus Base Main Cabin. Oh yeah, I assume they are called Kerbonauts. Maybe just Cosmonauts, I don't know. They'll be fine. I don't know what will be fine, but something will be fine. Anyway, I'm just coming over now. And it does look a bit weird, the whole base drifting down on the map view, but it's fine. So I'm just picking a nice spot, dropping my velocity, letting myself drift a little further so I'm nearer the middle of the lake and further away from that rise, just in case that's a problem, which it shouldn't be, but it could be. I don't know. And I am dropping down now, and I'll kill my velocity relatively soon. As you can see, I've used pretty much no fuel. I haven't used 90 litres because I put quite a bit into the other tank, so you know it's really easy to land on Minmus, so you can use tiny landers. Although I could probably land on the moon with this, just not. No, I could get back with this easily. I usually use hardly any fuel to get on the moon. I like not using that much fuel because my screen's just turned off. Yay. They're cool. There's 10-minute timeout or something. But anyway, now they're back on and I'm coming down to the surface quite nicely. I must remember to move my mouse every now and again. 2 kilometers above the surface, and I don't even need the radar altitude, but I do use it because occasionally, just to make sure, just in case they'd like edited it slightly and like, ha, we will tell no one, and there will be many crashes. That is what the devs are like. They're all obviously scheming against us. I don't know where that came from. Oh, look, Bob Kerman looks super happy. And oh no, they all look happy. That's good. They're probably happy because they're going to be living on this really not the kind of a bit of a dire place. And you can see my shadow, which will make this, well, it's very easy to land on a Minmus lake, so it won't make it that much easier. It just makes it a little bit prettier. And we're pulling it down, taking it very slow. I will be landing very lightly, so increasing the throttle to such an extent that I stop and drift across very slightly, but then want to drift down very slowly for a nice, gentle landing. And that's, yeah, that's down. That's looking pretty nice. Ooh, is that, well, you can just saw the moon, and there goes my communications. There's Kerbal and the moon. 2 things that these people will occasionally be returning to. Probably, maybe the moon, I don't know. I might do something with the moon, but I want to do stuff with other planets, because anyway. And I'll just switch to that. And you may have, the inquisitive of you may have noticed, well, that clearly was cut a bit. Yeah, my computer crashed for the 3rd time. It super doesn't like Kerbal Space Program. It likes everything else, but it makes it very difficult. It gives me a really hard time. I feel super sorry for me. Anyway, I've attached that, and you can see the fairing is still on top of the other cabin, but the fairing disappears, but the decoupler doesn't. So I probably should have used a stack separator. I'll do that in future, because I found out the difference between stack separators and decouplers. The stack separator completely goes away and drifts away, but the decoupler stays on one end of the thing, on one end of your ship. So yeah, which yeah, that can be useful for aesthetics and general use occasionally, I suppose. I suppose if you're are decoupling something like a docking port, then you're going to want the docking port to be free to be docked to and not just a decoupler. Anyway, I'm bringing my second cabin down now, quite nicely at 1 time still. Let's see, bringing it down. It's looking pretty good. Just I'm going to put it slightly, although it does rotate, but well, there's nothing I can do now because this is post commentary. But yeah. That's a little above, so I'll adjust the inclination in a second. At some point near. But I'll drop my landing legs first, and I probably should be landing in the day, but, well, I know I am, but my thought pattern at the time was I should be landing in the day, but I might be landing at night, so I'll turn the lights on. But I do land in the day, but the third one does land at night, and it does look really nice, actually, because you can see the lights on it looks awesome. It'll probably be the thumbnail of the video. Possibly. Anyway, I'm drifting into this canyon, which actually looks kind of cool. Not that way, but the other way looked pretty cool. And I forgot ladders. It's almost like I threw this together in 15 minutes. Jeez. Okay, let's rename this to Minmus Base Cabin 1, because this will be Cabin 1, the other one will be Main Cabin. Oh, you can see the aerial, that'll be cool. And it will be the base. The base, the buttery biscuit base. If you didn't know, if you don't get that reference, and I just sound insane. If you do, then that's great. And I should adjust my inclination. Hey, past me, when do I adjust my... There, now I do it. There you go, just burn 180 and just tilt. That was probably the worst time to do that, but I have loads of fuel that I can't give to another ship, and will never be leaving the surface of Minmus, so I might as well use it. Because there's no docking ports, and that would be kind of difficult anyway. Oh no, because it's a perfectly flat surface, so if it did have docking ports, it would be quite easy to transfer it via rover. Or fuel rover tanker. Something. Yeah, so... Well, in this episode, as you've probably been able to tell, I'm only landing the 3 cabins. But I should be doing something more with it in the future. and I'm just adjusting my inclination a little more, and realizing that that line doesn't actually touch the surface, so it makes it very hard to actually tell where you're landing. But anyway, I will probably be putting more stuff on this in the future, but probably not the next episode. I'm probably going to do something at least into planetary before I do like I'm dealing with random stuff around home video where I just like take people home, and I won't need like a station orbiting Minmus, because if I do a moon base, I was thinking I'll probably put a station there, so it makes it really easy to just ferry people off the surface and then to the station, then to the ground, to the surface of Kerbin. But with Minmus, because it's so easy to get there, it would probably be just more fuel efficient to send little rockets or SSTOs. I mean, Minmus is super easy to land on. Well, no, I mean, if you haven't played it ever, then if you've never played KSP, then it's probably quite difficult to land on. But you know, it's got a low delta V budget, and it's not. And with the lakes, it makes it kind of easy to land on. So yeah, like I say, if you haven't, try it out. It's awesome. Who have we got in the cockpit? We've got Luford. I've had Ludford a lot before, but never Luford. And Aldney. There's another place in Grand Theft Auto. Aldney. Oh no, that's Alderney. Yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah, okay, that's near enough. I maybe should have spread this up in editing. But anyway, yeah, it's fine. I'm coming down. A little further away from the target than I thought it was, but my calculation, my thoughts at the point were, well, I'm actually about as far away from it as I am off the surface, so I'm probably going to land pretty close, but I didn't take into account logic, so that went well. Well, the Kerbals have really different expressions. One's just like weird smile, the other one's like, whoa, this is awesome, the other guy's like, yeah, okay. But yeah, it looks like I'm going to land a little further away, but I do this awesome, crazy maneuver. It's not that crazy, but it's pretty cool, where I just drift slowly across the surface with my engines. And you'll see that in the soon future. And I am done. You can see the nice cosmos, or whatever it's called in the Kerbal universe, because it must be a different universe, not just a different solar system, because because everything's like 10 times smaller and things, and you can see my shadow I'm about to land, but I want to talk about science for a second, because everything's 10 times smaller, so if you had a star that was 10 times smaller than our sun, it wouldn't be a star. I think it would be a brown dwarf at best. And like somewhere like Val, that would work if you scaled it up, and obviously they've just scaled it down, but if you had actually something the size of Val, or say Elu in real life, or something snow. I don't think Elu actually is snow, but I think there are planets with snow and no atmosphere that would evaporate at that size. But because in this universe it would be like, if in our universe something of the assimilate size would be able to keep it there because of the gravity. Anyway, I'm down but too far away, and I kind of think that it could be okay if I land one in the middle, but then I think, no, I want to fly over there. You know, I've had my little physics rant. I'm yeah, pretty good, pretty feeling better. But yeah, the Kerbal universe is a fun one, where people can come back really easily, especially if your name is Jebediah, or Bob, or Bill, because I'm pretty sure when they die, you just get them back, even with the new system. Well, I think there's 5,000 names in the generator, so if you kill 5,000 Kerbals, you're probably going to get repeats. But, you know, who cares? It's awesome, and, you know, I doubt very many people care about the repetition of names. And if you do, then that's great, you know. Anyway, you can see my awesome little skillful maneuver in which I try not to rise too much and try to go slowly and then try to slow down, and that goes super well. But it does, I land alright. Yeah. But you have to kind of balance, because I'm only 30 meters above the surface, you've got to balance going up, going down and slowing down. So I just kind of eventually go for the downward direction more than the stopping sideways. And I just bounce a bit, but it's all fine. And these landers, if I put parachutes on them, I could use them for like other Lathe, and what else has an atmosphere? Duna. Well, that has super thin atmosphere. But Eve, maybe? Those would be cool. But I don't think I would need any engines for landing on Eve. Maybe just a small sky crane to adjust where I'm going. But anyway, there you go. Extend the antenna from inside the cockpit. That looks cool. If you like, just like awesome cinematic-y things, turning the lights on, and it makes this kind of cool shape when you have 3 lights. I like it. Anyway, because I will be landing in the dark next, and don't worry, I skip out a lot of the stuff. You will just be joining me really near the surface, so that you don't have to. My screen switched off again. So you're probably seeing that right now. Yeah, okay, you're seeing me decelerate from the map. I don't know if you just saw the ship because my screen's turned off, but it's cool. They've turned back on. It's fine. They just timed out. Anyway, now we're coming in just 10 meters. 10 meters? 10. What was I going for? Oh, 10 kilometers away from the bases. And I love the little reticules you get on bases. They're so much cooler than ship ones. It's pretty hardcore. And this one I get pretty precise. It's in between the two. That's how much. Yeah, I'm super loads better than NASA, because obviously this is exactly the same as real space travel. But this is actually pretty accurate, despite the sizing and things. I mean, compared to like, I'm trying to think of like Star Conflict or X3 or Eve, where I don't know about. Actually, I'm not sure about all those, but oh no, because X3, a game I'm playing, they have like lots of stations and ships in orbit in like slightly different orbits, but they all stay together, and that wouldn't happen in real life, which sucks. But anyway, and one thing I'm pleased about is I've just loaded into physics range, and I think there was like 0 lag, so my computer can at least deal with this much. Because my computer's alright, it's just my graphics card's a bit. There isn't words for it, there's just noises. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking about computer parts because no one cares. Oh, and now you can see the lights on the ground and it looks awesome, and at some point I stopped to take a screenshot. And that super doesn't take away any suspense. There you go, I'm like, take away the UI. And you can see how awesome that looks. And screenshot. That'll probably... No, that isn't the thumbnail of the picture, because I take another... Wait, I'm not sure what the thumbnail is. I haven't done that yet. It'll either be that, or one I take later, where I'm closer, and you can see the lights better, and it looks generally more awesome. Anyway, we're descending slowly, but not too slowly. Everything's looking nominal. Status nominal. That wasn't screen tear. No, that was fine. I think it's just because I'm watching it in pretty low res on my editing software. Oh, and now the lights look really cool. I really love this descent thing. And landing lights can help me guide down, but it's on a sea level, so it's fine. Oh, now I'm deciding that I should probably get an awesome screenshot. So yeah, awesome screenshot time now. Yeah, I zero my velocity first. I at least do that. Okay, now I'm paused and planning this and pressing the wrong buttons. No UI. Oh no, I paused it again. That was stupid. And get ready for screenshot now. Oh, I left the UI on. That sucks. That might be the thumbnail, but I left the UI on, so... Ugh. Oh, and look, Calgi looks super happy, and Ned Frun looks kind of alright. That's happened twice. They're really different guys, but they're gonna be the original... We could have a TV show called The Original Space Odd Couple. That's... I'm selling that to CBS. CBS cares. I don't know why I said CBS. I'm British. I don't know. It's a TV network. Anyway, about to hit the floor. That's pretty super good. That was a pretty nice landing. I'm pretty proud of that. Because, stuff. Anyway, that's the first of our Minmus base, the first of our extra planetary bases. That probably made sense. And then in the future, I will be putting stuff on other planets. And let's just get Bob Kerman out for a walk. Or a fly. I've forgotten what I did. I think I did a bit of both. Just let him... Oh no, I can just drift off the side. The first Kerbal to set foot on the surface of Minmus ever. Ever, because no one in the history of all gaming has ever done this, obviously, because it's such a behemoth of it. No, I'm just talking out of... I have no idea what I'm saying. I'm probably run out of things to say, so this is probably a good place to say, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't, please just shh. If you have, please like the video. If you want to tell me what you want to see, if I have that kind of viewer base, which I probably don't. But anyway, if you do want to tell me stuff about the video, what you liked, what you hated, what you would like to see change in the future, you can drop a comment, and I may even look at it. But I get hardly any comments, so I probably will see it. Anyway, if you want to see more of this, more of everything else, I kind of sum up all the things I'm going to be doing in the future in all my other videos. So if you want to know what I'm doing in the future, go watch my other videos. No, but I'll be doing various other games stuff. I'm not entirely sure right now because there's some stuff. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. This has been KSP with Tape. I will see you next time.